Good morning, students. I'm Kokila here. Today you're going to have a computer session, and after completion of the last lesson, file management, now we are going to start the third lesson, word processor tabular presentation. Students, this is quite lengthy lesson, but at the same time very easiest lesson. So I'm going to show you all the headings. Some practically I'm going to show you. So you have to watch this video very carefully. So listen clearly. Understand? So what is called a word processor first of all? So I hope you still remember whatever you learned in the last year MS Word. The basics we discussed. And this is some advanced level of word processor, that is tabular presentation we are going to discuss. Word processor means it's a software of creating a documents. So document means pictures will be there, table will be there. So these kind of things are all included. It's called a word processor. So in this lesson, in depth, we are going to discuss this tabular presentation only. Okay, so these are the things we are going to discuss, these all things. So now let us start with the first one called a table. So for example, you just imagine your class timetable. Okay, you have your class timetable, right? You just imagine that. In that, you'll be noticing rows and columns, which means top to bottom, which means that is a vertical direction, that is called a column, and right to left, which means horizontal direction, that is called rows. So when you're creating a table, it creates some small rectangular boxes, that is called a cell. So within the cell only we are going to enter some data. It can be a text or a graphics format. Okay, so the table, why are we using first of all? So every time I used to tell you this, whenever we create a table, that particular output will be in an organized way. So people cannot get any kind of confusion when they see the very well planned organized table. So that is the main reason we are using a table format to display our data. So now we will start with how to create a table. So here in our book this is 2016 they mentioned, but here in my computer this is 2010 version only, but no problem, almost all same only. So how to create a table based on 4 methods: table grid, insert table dialog box, draw table and quick table. So now let us start each and every method. So this is using table grid option. So here table grid option is the very easiest way. So here I'll show you. All of you see here, this is MS Word. As you can see the white blank background, but here I have created some data just to show you something, but this one we will see later. So first of all I would like to start with the table grid format. So here we have to start, click insert, then here you can see the table option. So insert table, so this is what table grid option. So you can see my I'm moving my finger. So here you can see the number of rows whatever I'm selecting. According to the selection of the rows, here in the Word it is displaying. You all understand? So just for the simple, I'm creating totally 3 rows and 4 columns. So this is just for an example. So this is first column, second, third and fourth column. So totally 4 columns and 3 rows. So horizontal direction is rows and vertical direction is column. Okay, so this is only called table grid option. Okay, now we will see the next one. So this is how you have to create table grid option. So the next one is using insert table dialog box. So that is the next option. So all of you see here, I'm going to use the same insert table. So here you can see insert table option. You just click that and you will be getting one dialog box in front of you. How many number of rows you want? I mentioned 5. How many rows? Sorry, columns 5 and number of rows 2. So just you enter the number here, how many columns and rows you want, and after that you just click OK. Okay, I will just show you in the new table. Wait. Again I'm doing the same thing, insert table option, 5 column and 2 rows. Can you all see that? Totally 5 columns are there and just 2 rows. So this is the second method. Understand all of you? Okay, so now we will see again the same thing, the next option, next page. What is given? Using a draw table. So draw table also the same thing. It is like using your pencil and drawing it by yourself. You see students, here again I am doing the same thing, insert option, table you go, and here you can see the draw table option. Just you click, so the cursor changed to a pencil symbol, pencil icon. So just you have to create a table. So how many number of rows I want, I can create it accordingly. Understand? So these are the methods of creating a table. And even one more thing is there. So now we will see the next option. Using quick tables. Suppose when you are doing table creation, you do not have enough of time. Okay, so by the time, this option will be very much helpful. So how we have to use the quick table option? You just see the same thing. MS Word I'm going to, and I'm going to insert option and going to table, quick table option. You just click to this and you'll be coming, you'll be seeing some built-in designs which has been created in the system software itself. So whatever the thing you are selecting, according to the selection it will be just showing. See, I just selected and here this kind of some design came. So if I do not want this data, I can delete it and then I can write anything. Understand? I can write anything whatever I like for. So this is one kind of table design format. So this is how we have to work. Okay students, and now we will see the next heading. So now we are going to see converting text to a table. So for example, you see the picture in the book. All of you see one kind of data is given here, but it is just a data without any table. So first I have created a data without creating a table. So now how to convert this text to a table? So this is what we are going to see. So again I am going back to the same MS Word, and I told already I have created one small data. Okay, so first of all, this is what I have created. You just select it and go to this insert and click on to this table, and here you can see the option called convert text to table. Understand? So I have to change this option to tab. Then if you click OK, the table has been created. I hope you all understood. Before it was like that and now it has been changed like this. Understood? Fine. And now we are going to see the next heading. Students, this is very lengthy lesson, but don't be tensed. Very easiest way to explain. So that is why I am showing you practically. Understand? So now you see entering data in a table. So how to enter a data in a table? Data means any kind of data, whatever it may be. So for example, here 100 I can delete, I can mention any mark. Okay, so this is how we have to enter. Just you have to click on to the right place and start entering the mark. So here also I can use, this is one single cell. This one single rectangle box is called a cell. So here I can mention any data, letters I can mention, or numbers I can mention, or symbols, anything it is possible. Understand? Okay, now we will move on to the next one. So this one you have to go through it, selecting the table and its components. So as I said already, cell means how to select one single data. Okay, so cell means that one single rectangular box. This is one single rectangular box data. So how to select one single cell data, and how to select one entire row data, and how to select one entire column data, and the entire table. Okay, so this table move handle. So if you see this the table move handle, I'll show you. So here I can show you. So this symbol. So if I click and move according to my movement, the table will be changed its location. Okay, so this is how we have to move the table. So these are the selecting of components. So now we will see the next one, selecting text inside a single cell. How to select one single cell data. For example, you see here I am giving names. Okay, so now you go back and see. First one is word. One single word if you want to select, double click on the word. Understand? So just I have to double click onto the word. So 2 times double click. 2 times means double click. So if I do the double click, then that particular word will be selected. So like that you have to follow the remaining rules. One entire sentence if you want to select, then hold on the control button, then click anywhere, the entire sentence will be clicked. And a block of text. So drag the mouse over the text, which means the blocking of text. One full paragraph if you want to select, then triple click on the paragraph. 3 times continuously you have to continuously click on the particular paragraph will be selected. Okay students, now we are moving to the next heading, inserting and deleting rows and columns in a table. So I hope you must be knowing what is the meaning of inserting. Inserting means introducing one new rows or a column, and deleting means removing one row or a column from the table. So this is what inserting and deleting. So I'll show you what is the way of inserting the rows or a column in a table. So we'll go back to the same MS Word page. So you see here, after this name, for example, I'll mention some other subjects. So here name and this is subject. Okay, I'm going to introduce one new row after this names column. So you see I'm doing right click option in the mouse, and then I'm going to select insert option. Here you can see a number of options. I'm going to introduce one new column. Okay, so insert columns to the right. If I give that, one new column, fresh column will be introduced in between of names and subjects column. So this is called one new column introduction. Understand? Fine. So here you see in the previous table the next option, that is called introducing one new column, row. I will introduce that. So I'm just clicking here, insert option, and insert rows below. You see, before it was just 2 rows, but now after introducing one new row, it has been introduced here. So one new row introduced here in the third. Understand all of you? So this is how we have to introduce inserting a new row or a new column. Fine. And now what was the next heading? Deleting. So deleting of some rows or a column. For example, you see this subject I do not want. This entire column I do not want. So I selected it and right clicking, and I'm clicking to the delete cell, deleting the entire column. Okay, this option I have to select. So the entire this subject or column will be totally deleted. You see, before it was 5 column, but now after deleting, now it is just 4 columns. Understand? Fine. And like that for the rows also. So now this names, this row will be, I'm going to delete it. So just select and right click option, delete cells. You can see delete entire row. Yes, I do not want the entire row, so I'm clicking that option and clicking OK. So now you see 4 rows it was there, but after deleting that name option, so this 3 rows only presented here. So this is what called introducing inserting a new row or a column and deleting a row or a column from the table. Understand? So far we discussed inserting and also the deleting. So here it has been given even in the better way. I showed everything to you in the practical way. The same method they also introduced here. See? So this is the deleting a row and a column. So that is what we discussed. Okay students, and now we are going to see another new heading called changing row height. Okay, so how to change a row height, that is what we are going to discuss. For that, you see, just I'm clicking on any row. Okay, row means this one, height means this row height, it should be increase, it has to increase. So I'm just giving the right click option, and here you can see table properties. Understand? And preferred width, sorry, row, we are going to change the height, right? So go to the row option from the table properties option, row, then select the height, specific height, at least whatever. Okay, so maybe 5 inches I'm giving, so give OK. So can you see, after changing the measurement, the height of this first row changed. You can see very clearly the first row is in different height, second row and third row, these are in the same height. Because why? I just changed the height of the row, that is the reason. Understood, right? So right click, table properties option, then row, because I'm going to increase the height of the row. So column widthness also you can change. So this is the preferred widthness, anything. So I have to select the column, then only I can do that. So this is how we have to do the increasing of height or decreasing of the height, whatever. So whatever I told, that is what given in the step-by-step manner. So this is the changing the column width. So that also let us see now. So see here, this is a column. Okay, so this widthness I'm going to increase more. You see, I just clicked here, right click option, and table properties. I'm going to column, and I'm just increasing randomly. Okay, so let us consider 2 inches. Then I'm clicking OK. Now you observe the background, the column is going to be changed. Can you understand? Before it was like this, and now it is like this. So the column width changed. Understand? So this is called column width changes. The measurements, if you change the number of value, the value, if you change it, then according to your measurement, it will be changed, the table width and also the height. So this is what we have discussed here. Okay students, and now we are going to see splitting a cell. Split means division. One single cell, how to divide it into 2 or more than 2. Understand? So that is what called splitting a cell. So I'll show you the example. You see here, this is one single cell. Understand? This is one single cell, and I'm going to split this one single cell into 2. How? You just see. Just I'm clicking here, right click, and here you can see split cells, and here you can see number of columns, how many I want to change, 2. Give, because already number 2 is given, so click OK. Can you see the difference? Before, this one was like this, one single cell, but here same column but 2 different rows. Understand? So this is only called splitting a single cell into multiple cells. This is called a splitting. Understand? Okay, and now we will see the next one. Opposite of splitting is called what? Merging, which means combining or adding into single. So integrating number of cells into single cell is called merging a cell. So now for this also we are going to use the same method. Let us see. All of you see here, I am going to use this two. Okay, so 2 different columns, sorry, cells I selected, and right click button, and here I can see one option called merge cells. Click this one. So this is the result. So this 2 different, so before how it was like that, but now single cell. So these 2 different became a single cell. This is called merging, the addition of 2 different cells together, and this option is called splitting, addition, division of one single cell into many cells. Understood? Fine. Okay students, and now we are going to see formatting a table. First of all, I would like to tell you what do you mean by formatting. Formatting means you have to do some changes, appearance changes only. So that changes should not affect the value or the meaning of the particular data. Without disturbing the data values, just the appearance, if you are trying to do any changes, then that is only called a formatting. Understand? So here for that we have to go to Design tab, and there you will be finding lot of options for formatting. Applying borders and shadings, everything we will see now. So here this is the Design tab. So I hope you can understand. So listen, I'm just selecting this table. Okay, I'm just selecting this table and going to the design option, and here you can see number of you can see simultaneously my cursor I'm moving according to the designs. Here this also keep on changing because this table only I want to do some changes. So whatever the changes I'm doing according to my selection, the background is keep on changing. Understand? So I'll just select something. So this is what the selection I have made now. So this is called a table formatting option. So now we will see the next heading called applying borders and shading. So I have to do the borders and shading option. I hope you all must be knowing the border. Border means if anything, the boundary of any product is called a border, and shading means the color differences you're going to give. So how to do that? So there is a particular option. So for this table, I'm going to do the table changes. So what you have to do first, here the right click option, and there you can find borders and shading option. Click that, and here you can see border designs. Which kind of border design you want, you can select it, and page border also it's there. Anything you can select it, and shading colors, any colors whatever you like, for any colors you can do that, and just click OK. Whatever the selections I have made according to the selection, this is just a random selection I have made just to make you understand. So now this is what the changes happened after doing all those. So this is called the selection. So the same table, just we saw that in the system as well. I hope you understood. So now we are going to see the next heading called resizing the table. Resizing, which means changing the size of the table, whether you are going to increase the size of the table or decreasing the size of the table. Understand? So how to do that? There are some options, like you can see the layout tab and you have to go to the auto fit symbol. Let us see that practically. So this table I'm going to resize. Okay, so just I selected this table and layout, and here you can see, can you see auto fit? This auto fit option, you can see auto fit content, auto fit window, fixed column width, whatever the option it is there, you can select it. Or apart from that, you can see the height of the table, you can do any changes, the width of the table, any numbers you can give. So this is how it works. So whatever the changes I have done, according to that it has been changed. Understood all of you? So this is what happened. So this is called resizing of your table, or on the short way there is other option. When you keep your cursor in the corner of the table, you can see the resizing, this two double arrows, can you see that? So this is called the resizing handle. So just clicking that and dragging inside makes the table small, and dragging outside making the table bigger. Understand? So this is the short method. Okay, and now we are going to see the next. So whatever you saw that in the system, that option only given here. I hope you understood now. Okay, now we will see the next heading. Alignment, aligning a table. Okay, so left, right, center and justify. So there are totally three different, actually four types. So now we will see what are those left, right option and all. So for that what I have to do, so here you just go, for example I'll show you, I'll create this one also. Okay, this one I don't want. You see this mark word, I want to keep the mark word in the center, exactly center of this entire row. How to do that? Just you have to go to the home option, and here in the paragraph heading, can you see this four different lines symbols? So this is called the center, you just keep, so the word came to the center part, and this is left, align the text to the right side, and just the word came to the right side. And if you keep the center part, the justify, justify means it will adjust according to the table. So this is only called justification, and this is left option. So this is how we have to change, align the datas, whether center you want, or right side or left side, or justification. So according to your changes, you can do the changes according to your alignment expectation. So this is what align text in the table. So other option is the same. I showed everything easiest way to make you understand. Understand, students, all of you? Fine. And this is what the layout steps 1 and 2. So this is the final picture representation of the alignment. So they have mentioned left, right, or any other option. So I'll show you the book option layout also. You see layout option they went, and here this is under the alignment name. Here this is different varieties of alignments are there. So according to your expectation you can give the changes. Understand, this is not just only for the one word, the entire data also you can select, and you can do the changes according to your interest. Whatever you are changing, according to your changes, the data will be aligned by itself. Understand, students? That's all. The lesson is completed now. It is practically, when you do it, this lesson is very easy to understand. So don't think about the length of the lesson and all. So actually this lesson is very easiest one. So whoever is having a computer or laptop at home, please do try, follow the book rules and regulation and refer my video also, and please do understand by yourself. Don't waste time. Thank you, students.